Good day, good evening, everyone, and welcome to race 4 of this third FAI World Virtual Sailplane Grand Prix final. We are once again on Slovenia Tree landscape, and we're going to race for more than 200 kilometers tonight for race 4. So we had a great first weekend with crazy tasks, crazy races, some results that we were not expecting as well, because as you will see in a few minutes, some points are missing for Arne Martin Göttler, the reigning world champions, and he needs to get in the points to be able to go to the finals on Sunday. So we have race 4 today, race 5 tomorrow, and tomorrow is the last race of a kind of mini championship, and then only the top 10 tomorrow will be able to fly on Sunday for the one-shot world final race, where we will crown the world champion. So let's have a look at what happened last week, and at race 3 in particular. So race 3, we were racing, if you remember, around the Red Bull Ring, the Formula One racetrack in Austria. Then we went to Muro, Niederblarn, Wintergarten, and Turnau was the finish. And the pilots flew for 203 kilometers last week. They had to go through next to some thunderstorms between turn point 1 and turn point 2. And the finish was not easy with blue thermals, blue area. And it was amazing to follow the strategies and the different options taken by the pilots. And the winner of the race 3 was Witold Rozak from Poland with 135 kilometers per hour, scoring 10 points. The second was Nico Bianchi from Argentina, 135 kilometers per hour. Then we have David Redman from Australia, his first podium on this edition, but he's a very good pilot, used to making podiums regularly on virtual gliding. Davis Chapins as well from the USA, great flying. Yuki Kazama, a real outsider of this event, and he's proving that he's having a lot of fun, and that he has the skills to make the top 5 on some of the races already. Frank Schwesfager from Germany, one of the top contenders, is on 6th place, followed by Janes Staff. As you can see, between the 1st place and the 7th place, there were only 40-45 seconds. So the finish was absolutely amazing to follow, and I invite you to have a look at the highlights from race 3. It was super nice to follow it. Then we have Norbert Kiss with the POV that we had the chance to follow, and it will be the same today. Thanks to Norbert, we'll be able to have some insight from the cockpit. Maciej Cieslak from Poland is on 9th position, and Arne Martin Göttler 10th place, but still 0 points. Now let's have a look at the overall results from the first weekend after 3 races. So the overall, Witold Rozak is leading with 23 points. Then we have Nico Bianchi, 21 points. Frank Schwesfager, 15 points. So there is already a gap of 6 points between Nico and Frank. Then we have Davis Chapins, Sean Churchill with 12 points. Jeroen Jennen with 11 points. Jeroen missed one of the races, so that's why he didn't score more points. Maybe he could have scored more. Norbert Kiss 10 points with Yuki Kazama and David Redman, 7th place. And then we have Janes Staff completing with 7 points. Let's have a look quickly on the right side. In the big contenders, I see Ryan Wood, Kuba, and Arne Martin Göttler, who have 0 points and who definitely have the talent to make it to the top 10. So we have a race today and another one tomorrow, and only the pilots on the left, so on the first column, the top 10, will be able to fly on Sunday. Okay, so just a one-shot race on Sunday. Then the result table will be set to 0 again, and they need to only the places will define the overall ranking at the end of the weekend on Sunday to decide the world champion title. Let's have a look at the race, at the task of the day, race 4. We will go to Slovenia first, as you will see in a few seconds. Here we are in Europe, and we start in Celje in Slovenia, east of Ljubljana, the capital of Slovenia. So that's close to the headquarters from LXNAV, one of the biggest computer manufacturer for gliders, for competition gliders. I'm just having a look quickly at the clock. We're going to start the race in about 9 minutes, so we have some time left to present it. So maximum start altitude will be 1,400 meters for Celje, and then we will fly 41 kilometers to the northwest to Dravograd Mostov. Dravograd Mostov, right here. So 41 kilometers. Then we will go to turn point 2. It's only a 3 to 4 leg task, this one, if we count the reporting point. Then leg 2, 109 kilometers. They really know very well this area. It's close to Slovensk Gradec, and then they go very close to Lesbled. So they know those mountains very well, the pilots. When you fly on Condor, you know them. And then we go to Tolmin Church, right here, turn point 2, and then turn point 3 is the reporting point, Notch east, and we land at Notch. The minimum is minimum altitude for the finish is 580 meters because the ground is 550 meters, so 30 meters above ground level. So it's pretty straightforward. They know pretty well the area. They raced there already, and they will race again around those mountains in the coming days. Let's have a look now at the sky. What does the sky look like in Condor? Some interesting weak conditions. So it's going to be weak, as you can see, but you have some nice cumulus clouds, and it will be more or less this for the entire task, apart from the area between turn point 2 and turn point 3. There will be in the mountain area zone, in the high mountain of Slovenia, it will be blue cumulus. So actually just blue thermals, so no cumulus clouds. And but the weather is going to be better, and the thermals are going to be better as well. So moderate weather there, moderate thermal strength, I would say. So it's going to be quite good. But today they have some airspace restrictions as well. They cannot fly in the Ljubljana TMA, and they cannot fly in the Klagenfurt TMA. So those are red zone, so class D zones, class D TMA. So they cannot fly inside, and there is some other class that are slightly higher and not as restrictive, but they need to be careful to the airspace today. It's one of the first time for them that they have to watch out for this. As you can see, we have the track in front of us going to Dravograd, and the start from Celje 1,400 meters maximum with a speed of 170 kilometers per hour only. The wind is coming from the northwest for 16 kilometers per hour for info. So the wind is coming from Dravograd, so they will have some headwind towards turn point 1. And as you can see, the maximum start altitude is not very high, so they will need to climb quite quickly. They will need to take options right or left of the track, maybe not on the track if there is no cumulus, to be able to climb, to not take too many risks. And we have the pilots in the thermals. We are 5 minutes and 45 seconds away from the start, and we are with Davis Chapins from the USA here. So pretty nice weather, some cirrus clouds, as you can see as well. No massive waves expected today, so we expect thermal flying, a little bit of ridge flying when they will reach the mountains, but not much. So it's mainly weak thermals, slightly better in the mountain area, but I know the pilots are afraid to fly in the blue sometimes, but as you can see, as we've witnessed for the last race 3, it was quite amazing to fly actually this the last leg on race 3, because it was all blue, and you could see pilots being afraid, like Franz Westfeger was leading and he was afraid to go alone in the blue, convinced probably that the others would follow him, and in the end he made a really big off-track route to join the cumulus clouds, and he finished the race at the 5th or 7th position, but he was really behind everyone, and it was a really tight arrival, obviously, but he was leading at the last turn point, and he really missed something by doing a big detour there. So it's not easy to take the decision to fly towards the clouds or to fly straight in the blue alone there. A lot of comments already on the chat. Hi Plinio, Team Germany top 10. Stafianes is my number one. I've seen that popping up on the screen. Hi all from Moritz. Get ready, boys. I'm hyped. Hi from the glider pilot. Good luck to all and safety first. Good luck, guys, from B. Yeah, it's going to be a nice and fast race again in Slovenia, and we finish in Austria today. 3 minutes to go before the start, and the pilots are getting ready. Please accept your apologies. We still have some issues, just like the last race, for the overlay on the bottom left of your screen, right here. So you still have the info, but it's not as beautiful as it was before. Hopefully it will be fixed tomorrow. Chan Churchill is there. Santiago Lopez. Sierra Lima Lima. Let me take my list with me. So some of the pilots have been able to refly the task. The first 3 races, we've set online the refly for everyone. And the aim was to try to beat the champions, so to beat the score. And I didn't check yet for the race 3. It finished just this morning. But yeah, no one has been able on race 1 and 2 to beat the champions. They were only missing 1 or 2 kilometers per hour. So it was pretty amazing to watch. And as well, you might know that there's been a small Condor update. So we went from 3.0.9 to 3.1.0, and having an update is changing very slightly the settings for the sky and for the task setter and for the flight plan. So that's why it was not exactly the same, but still they managed to fly pretty well on those refly beat the champion task, and it was quite nice to follow, honestly. 1 minute, and 20 seconds before the start in Cellier, and we see Vitol Rozak going straight towards the start line, managing very well his energy. I see Arne Martin Guttler in Mike Alpha, Nico Bianchi in 330. Everyone is getting ready. Santiago Lopez in Sierra Lima Lima, David Redman in red, Oscar Niner, Franz Fressfeger on the left, and we have 50 seconds before the start, flying out 170 kilometers per hour maximum. Very nice view from above on the city of Cellier, and we will cross the start above the airfield of Cellier in Slovenia. It's great. Go, Janus, go. 25 seconds before the start. The tension is rising for all the pilots. They need to take points. 15 seconds. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. The race is on. Janus Staff missed the start. I see him making a U-turn. Victor Limazulu taking it. Nico Bianchi, Santiago Lopez, Jeroen Yenen, Ryan Wood, David Chapin, David Redman over at Cellier. In Slovenia, we are starting race 4 of this third FAI World Virtual Sailplane Grand Prix final. Welcome if you are joining us. We are going for 201 kilometers today. Slovenia and then landing in Austria. Arne Martin Göttler right there on your screen. The reigning world champion needs to take some very good points today to keep the hope high, to then be able to fly on Sunday for the one-shot final race. Go, Janus, go from Alexander. Good luck, Arne Martin. And good luck to everyone. It's going to be a very intense weekend for the pilots. Hi all, thank you for sharing the race. Welcome to the live streaming. Don't hesitate to ask your questions. As usual, thanks for being here with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Welcome to race 4. Janes Staff is just behind. I see Kuba. I see Santiago Lopez, and we are flying at 170 kilometers per hour. Usually the pilots fly quite fast, more than 200 kilometers per hour. And today they've seen that we are flying in weak thermals, so they will not be able to fly as fast as usual, especially on that first leg with the wind, with the headwind for them. Very nice view. And we are taking the first thermal, still with Arne Martin Göttler. Norbert Kiss is right here. We will have a look at his point of view, the view from the cockpit in a few seconds. In this impressive first thermal, everyone is here. And the variometer is not that good. As you can see, variometer is not that good because they are all together, and it's not very easy to climb when we are all together. You need to be very careful. And I think Arne Martin Göttler is leaving now. Let's see with Norbert. Yeah, he's getting 1 to 2 meters per second. (106, 105 kilometers per hour when they fly in the thermal air. Daisy Chapin's in front of him. It's not easy. As you can see, it's not easy. Very nice view from the inside. Thank you once again. And Sean Churchill has left. Winner of race 2, Sean Churchill has left, taking the lead, followed by Arne Martin Göttler at 1,230 meters. They are low compared to the ceiling, so they need to do nice transitions. I mean, in between thermals. They don't want to lose too much altitude. That's a big field right here. And when you are obviously with some headwind, it's not easy to move towards the next turn point. A big gaggle. So if you don't know what a gaggle is, in gliding, a gaggle is a group of gliders, usually circling. Here we are in transition in the same thermal. In SGP and virtual SGP, gaggles are usually tight, aggressive, and they require a high situational awareness to avoid the collisions while striving for the best position. So just like your own JJJ, right now you're trying to be careful with the other pilots around you, but you still try to get the best out of this thermal and to climb better than the others. So it's very difficult to do, and indeed you need a very high situational awareness to do it. So we have indeed Sean Churchill with Ryan Wood on your right, Arne Martin Guttler with him, Masiec in Victor Lima Zulu, Ukyo in Uniform Tango, and Richard Froley Fox Uniform 2. They will try to get away and get a good thermal later on. For your own, it's quite good, around 2 meters per second, so it's a good weak thermal. I think that's what the pilots will expect for today, around 2 meters per second. If they can get that, then it's good. And if they can get 2.5, then it means that it's going to be a very, very good thermal for the pilots. Here we are, Nico followers. Vamos, Comando Macana. Vamos, Nico. Nico Bianchi from Argentina. At least the clouds are aligned with the wind. So that's good. They don't lose too much height in between thermals. So that's pretty good. Trying to stay in a good energy line. And Nico Bianchi will join the group of leaders right here. He must be careful. Yep, pulling. And we have Ryan Woods on top of the thermal with Masiec Cieslak, Arne Martin Guttler followed by Frank Schwetzfeger. Are the water tanks always full during races from Porcules? No, the water tanks are not always full. Usually in landing competition, you start with full tanks and then you release some water along the way. But for the first glide, you try to have full tanks. In Sailplane Grand Prix and virtual Sailplane Grand Prix, just like today, the gliders are restricted to 50 kilograms per meter square of wing loading. The wing loading is the ratio of the glider's weight to its wing area. So it's a bit technical, but basically higher the wing loading via the water ballast. So as much as you have water, so higher wing loading equals better high-speed performance. It means that you can slice through the air in a much better way. So yeah, 50 kilograms per meter square is the maximum, but those gliders can go up to 60, 62 kilograms per meter square usually. And Sean Churchill has left with Santiago Lopez from Colombia. And they are going towards turn point 1. They will follow the cumulus and the small cloud street. Nico Bianchi is still there with Ukyo. Kilo Juliet. Where is the next gaggle? Oh, very interesting. We can have a look at Jeroen Jannen and who's that? 8 Fox Echo? Oh yeah, Dafir Araki from Morocco, sorry. Okay, they stopped. Let's have a look. And Sean Churchill is alone, from what I can see. It doesn't look like 20, but we need to get used because on Sunday, only 10 pilots for us. But on Sunday, we'll have a lot of surprises for you. We'll talk about next season. We'll talk about a lot of things. We'll have some trailers to show you. It's going to be amazing for the last and final race. And we will crown the world champion as well. It will be very intense. So Dafir from Morocco. Qualified through the African Virtual Sailplane Grand Prix qualifiers last summer. And we're going to have a look at the 2D view quickly. So here we are between the start line and turn point 1. We are going to Dravograd. Mostov at the border between Slovenia and Austria. It's not easy only 41 kilometers, but they have some headwind and the weather is weak thermals. Some cumulus clouds will not work. So pilots are struggling because the maximum start altitude was 1,400 meters. And they need to get to 1,700, 1,800 meters probably to be able to move forward in a good way. So they are all trying to find and to select the best thermal to be able to glide there. The wind coming from northwest. So as you can see, there is a small line of hills going from the northwest to the southeast. So right there, there's a small line coming up, and they need to be careful because the wind is blowing from the north. So they need to be able to pass on top of it. They will get some downdraft on the south side of those hills, so they need to be a little bit high to try to cross it on the other side. Those hills are not very high, but they will still impact the pilots who are flying at 1,200 meters roughly. We have on the right all the altitudes now, and Davis Chapin has been able to climb to almost 2,000 meters, so very good ceiling, very good conditions now. 1,484 meters for Sean Churchill, the leader right now. So it's pretty good. They understood that they need to climb to be able to fly towards turn point 1, and then the race will accelerate between turn point 1 and turn point 2. It's always like this. The start is a difficult part of the flight, just like the finish. A lot of pilots, everyone is at the same in the same area, and you need to get the best possible thermal. Very interesting. Frank Schwetzweger is leaving, and he's waited for everyone to join Sean Churchill to then leave behind them and join Jeroen Jenen and Dafir Araki. And you can see, so the wind is coming from Dravograd, and there are two different cloud streets, one with Jeroen Jenen right here that we can see, and you will be able to go to Dravograd, and another one with Sean Churchill, but then Sean will need to go to the right. So at some point, it can be now, it can be later, they will need to go to the right to cross those hills and to change of cloud streets. The cloud streets, they are aligned with the wind. So they need to do that. And Frank Schwetzweger is joining, pulling up in this GS3. So it's a kind of a monotype event now because they all selected the GS3. They had the choice to select over gliders, but they picked the GS3. So we know that it will all ends up with only the pilot skills today. Davis Chapin's 1,800 meters. In a good position, and yeah, Ryan Wood with Maciej Cieslak are in a very good position too. Slightly higher. David Redman is there, and everyone is pulling up to join the thermal. Nice. There was something nice already here. Very good energy line. Maciej is doing a good start. He's done a very good start. David Redman. Yuki Kazama in November Golf Sierra NGS. Turning left behind Arne Martin Guttler. Davis Chapins. And turning, circling to the left. So a thermal, if you're joining us and you don't know anything about gliding, a thermal is a column of rising warm air generated by the sun hitting the ground. And for us glider pilots, it is the fuel stations for the gliders. we are stopping for a few minutes to get more potential energy, so more altitude, and then we will convert this potential energy because we don't have any engine, any motor, so we need to convert it into kinetic energy, and we fly downwards. Let's say we just glide, so going down, but we can manage to stay into the rising air and not into the sinking air in the atmosphere by anticipating the good energy lines, trying to find the best options. So gliding is a game of anticipation and try to bet on what is going to be the best option. A little bit like chess. Ryan Wood has left in Hotel Golf 1. Richard Froley in Fox Uniform 2 as well. Very interesting view, because I thought with the view that we had before that JJJ was behind. Thought that they were behind, but actually they moved forward. And we will see which option is the best one. And you know that in Sailplane Grand Prix, it's not easy to escape the main gaggle, and to escape it for 200 kilometers is even more difficult, because you don't fly better when you are alone. You fly better as a group and as a good group of pilots. Davis Chapins from the US. And the turn point 1 is on the left side of your screen. Novograd. They are flying at a good altitude, but you see the speed is only 180 kilometers per hour, roughly. So that's not that fast, and we expect the speed to increase later on between turn point 1 and turn point 2. Let me see quickly. Can we have the 2D view for a second? Because I see an airfield here, but that's not Slovenj-Gradec. I think that's because I see Slovenj-Gradec, but it's not Slovenj-Gradec. Slovenj-Gradec is after. Yeah, the runway. There is a runway here, and it's near Tomaska. Well, maybe it's the runway of Slovenj-Gradec. I need to have a look again on Condor. For me, it was a grass runway and not a big runway like this, so I'm a bit surprised. Let me have a look quickly in Condor while we continue. Do we have some comments? Do you have comments, everyone? Do you have comments? And on Twitch, for your info, we have some links popping up to join our social media, join the shop, and other links. Let me try something to show you. Yeah, if you can have a look. You can try to type words and some links will appear. You can see how to buy Condor, how to join us, and so on. We'll talk about that as well later. But yeah, Twitch is very useful for us. And if you follow us from our website, it's going to be from Twitch as well. Go, 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 JJJ. Go, Norby. Shall we have a view from the inside from Norbert to see what he's doing now? Where is he? He's with Vital Rozak behind, and just below the clouds below the ceiling. Good flying from Norbert. Very consistent for the first weekend, Norbert. Franz Felixweger, 1,400 meters. I see Ukyo, Uniform Tango, and Victor Lima Zulu, who reached the I think it's only Masiec then. Masiec has been able to reach the mountain, and he will try to get a good lift. And for Jeroen, it's the same. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. So Masiec He's on top of a hill and taking a good climb, trying to take a good climb. So he pushed to be able to be alone here. He took a big option. It's taking a risk as well. When you want to lead, you need to take some risk, but it can work 9 times, and on the 10th time it doesn't work sometimes, and it might be enough for the other competitors to catch you up. It's very difficult to really escape, as I said, from the main group, from the gaggle. And I am with Condor. Let me have a look quickly. Race 4. So there was Sostange and Slovenj Gradec. So yeah, Slovenj Gradec was the paved runway that we've seen. Indeed. I was surprised. So the ceiling for information is 1,700 meters above ground level. So that's why they were able to climb to 2,000 meters above mean sea level. And then in the blue area, in the mountains, it will be about 2,200 meters above ground level with moderate strength conditions. So it will be quite nice. After Les Bled, they will end up in that area, and it will be very interesting for them. They will need to take options again. So yeah, a good race for ahead. We are approaching the turn point 1, 10 kilometers to go for Norbert Kiss. Frank Schwetzweger is with Jeroen Jennen still, and is above Jeroen. So he's been able to catch up, and he's above Dafir Araki as well, but he was behind. So he must have been leading. He must have left them to take the lead at some point, and then he must have been the first one to join this thermal. Usually when you are the first one to find the thermal, you're going to be on top of the group, of your group at least. And let's have a look at Uniform Tango. He's reaching turn point 1. Uniform Tango is reaching turn point 1. Ukyo Tsutsumi from Japan. So we are approaching turn point 1 now. Bravo, Grand Mostov. Congratulations, Ukyo. You're the first one here at 1,050 meters, and we are going towards turn point 2 for 109 kilometers to Tolmin. We're staying in Slovenia, and now he doesn't have any headwind. He will have a little bit of crosswind from the right, and he's aiming for that big cumulus on the left, which looks like a good cumulus, really good. And he will be followed by Ryan Wood. And yeah, Ukyo Tsutsumi. So he started real gliding in 2020, as usual in Japan, and in Korea it's the same. They joined University Soaring Club, and then he did that when he was 19 years old. He got a PPL license as well in 2023. He has an instructor rating from last summer, and now he's 24 years old, Ukyo. He flew for more than 200 hours already, and he started doing cross-country flying in 2025. And Ukyo Tsutsumi, as a goal, is trying to challenge the national record using the old world class, the Prix PW5. So it's a big challenge for him in Japan. We have seen Ryan Wood and Richard Foley turning the turn point 1 in second and third, followed by Arne Martin Göttler, 1,400 meters in a good position, and David Redman for Australia. Well done. Very well done. 160 kilometers to go towards the finish line. David Redman is here, and they will join Ukyo. So yeah, Ukyo, he started flying virtual gliding with Condor 2 in 2021. He did his first race then in 2022. So you see, when you start doing Condor, it takes often a few months or a year to then join and do the online races and online events. And now he often participates with on Condor 3 with Naoki Takeshi, who holds twice a week races in Japan. We have the overall scoring in front of you, and Ukyo is leading with 102 kilometers per hour average speed. Ryan Wood is second, and Richard Foley third, followed by Redman and Göttler in Make Alpha and Red. So about 200 kilometers per hour for them, and then between 80 and 89 kilometers per hour for the rest of the field, because they climb before the turn point. So they climbed much higher than those guys. And let's see if they will meet again, or if one group will be able to escape. I think that if they manage to climb very well and to escape, it will be a very good point. But as you can see, Jeroen Jennen is very high already. 1,800 meters with Dafir Araki and with Frank Schwetzweger. Kuba in Kilo Juliet has turned as well. It will be interesting to see. Witold Rozak is approaching the turn point 2. So turn point 1, but he's joining as well. So he's joining to the turn point. Well done, Witold. Janesh Staff from Germany, well followed by the crowds, let's say, on the chat. Sean Churchill, Yuki Kazama in November Golf Sierra, 1,700 meters. It's going to be the same for everyone. Same altitude here, 1,700 meters for Jeroen and for Yuki. So same option. Props to the Japanese pilot flying this race. It's so early in the morning for them. That's commitment. Exactly, Yellow Rock. It's 3 to 4 a.m. in the morning in Japan. So it's really, really, really not convenient and not easy for them, indeed. Maciej Cieslak, Victor Limazulu. Yuki Kazama, very consistent Yuki, very, very consistent last for the first weekend. He's been top 5 on race 1 and top 5 on race 3. So very good points. 10 points overall for Yuki Kazama, the second Japanese pilot of this world final. Let's get into the thermal to the left with Yuki. Oscar Niner, JJJ, Davis Chapins, 330. So basically, who is not there? Santiago Lopez has turned the turn point now, so he will join. Ukyo is struggling to find a good lift. He's struggling. They are all stopping because it's the fastest way then to go towards the mountains. But the route taken by Ukyo is not that bad, because there are some clouds that will help him to join the mountains afterwards, as you can see. Parallel to the track. And Yuki Kazama is climbing Well done. Tell us if you have some questions, everyone. Do you have questions for us? Who do you think will win this race? We are going to Tolmin Church. They just turned the turn point one a few kilometers ago. And the ceiling is quite high, more than 2,000 meters, 2,100 meters for Davis Chapins and Ryan Wood. And Kyo is at 1,200 meters only, parallel to the track, but with some good cumulus in front of him. And he's climbing again. Alpha 33, 1,900 meters. And David Redman and Davis Chapins have left the thermal. Same for Vitol Rozak and Janesh Staff. You can see it on the right. Perfect with the 3D view. And they have 109 kilometers in total between turn point 1 and turn point 2 to achieve. ...201 kilometers in total today. Today, for your info, I'm wearing the third FAI Virtual SGP Polo with the FAI logo right here and the Condor tree and FAI Virtual Gliding logo on the other sleeve. And you can buy it on the shop. I'm gonna throw the link. But the best thing first is to buy Condor if you don't have Condor, to join us. David Redman with Janesh Staff. Santiago Lopez is quite low now. He has not been able to climb back up to the ceiling. Your polo logos are mirrored. Yes, Tim. That's a possibility. I could have swapped myself on the camera. Mirrored myself. David Redman. In the GS3, lovely glider, the GS3 from Yonkers. And yeah, I'm going to send a link as well on the chat for you, for everyone, for the Sailplane Grand Prix. There's a page, Media Lab page, we called it, and inside it's for our media partners, for the journalists that are interested in Sailplane Grand Prix and virtual Sailplane Grand Prix. You can find a media guide on this page, and if you click on it, you will find a lot of information about the Sailplane Grand Prix and how we work. What's the Sailplane Grand Prix basically? You will have inside the let me show you that. You will have inside a welcome to series 13 with explanation of what's going to be the next series of the Sailplane Grand Prix. Then what is SGP, the track record, so the history of SGP, then the calendar of the series 13 that will take place in 26 and 27, and the final in January 28 in Chile. Then the 18-meter class Sailplane, so a description of what is an 18-meter class, why we call it like this, and then different type of gliders. well, we have the cockpit view from Norbert Kies here. Then we have a Hall of Fame in that media guide. You can then see all the world champions from the SGP. And one day we'll have the same for virtual gliding. We'll add all the we will add, sorry, all the world champions. We've had 2 world champs in virtual Sailplane Grand Prix already. We've Ben Fest from Germany and Arne Martin Göttler flying this final, the second world champion. Then we have an explanation for the race format, the scoring system, the leaderboard, the qualification paths for Series 13. Then we explain why SGP is very suitable, the sustainability in the sky of the Sailplane Grand Prix with no engine or only electric engine for takeoff, or as a retrieve to avoid landing in fields. Then some terminology for you if you are just joining, or if you're a journalist and you don't know anything about gliding, you can have a look at some wording and terminology. And then SGP leadership and media resource and our partners. This media will evolve throughout the season, throughout the series. So you'll be able to have a look regularly if you are interested in that. And we are having media partners for the SGP, and we should get more or less everyone on board from the gliding community. We are just starting that. So I'm happy to share it with you, and you can have a look on the link, sorry, and then click for the media guide. Click for photographies. You will find a drive with the best pictures from SGP and some footage that will redirect you to the YouTube channel of SGP. Or you can have a look at our media partners for the SGP as well. Let's go back to race 4. We are live. We were with Norbert Kies in Charlie November inside the cockpit, and we see Ukyo, who stopped. He took the time to climb, and now he's reaching 2,000 meters, so he will probably leave soon to continue alone on his way. He needs to follow the cumulus clouds in front of him. I think he's in a good parallel track, and the other pilots are going straight with Vitor Rosak 2,100 meters. They are always going almost up to the ceiling before leaving. Nico Bianchi, Jeroen Jeden is here as well. Where is Arne Martin? Arne Martin is with Nico Bianchi, just in front of him. And yeah, Arne Martin needs to get points today. Very important for him. He's just behind Oscar Niner, right here. Mike Alpha. Maciej Cieslak is on the right in Victor Limazulu. A very good start so far for him. Ryan Wood is definitely leading. Ryan Wood has got 0 points, so he needs to score points. Definitely needs to score points to be able to get into the top 10. It's very important for him today and tomorrow, because so far in the top 10, the last place, the 10th place, is for Janusz Staff with 7 points. So if you have 0, you really need to win or to make it in the top 3 today, to then be able to score some more points, and more points than Janez tomorrow. And as you can see, for David Redman and the other pilots above, they already have 10 points. So they already scored quite a lot of good points on the first weekend. Only 2 races left. This one included for them. And then the final one-shot race with the top 10 on Sunday. So really not easy at all for the pilots. A lot of pressure for them for sure. Arne Martin Göttler. For me, someone who's got 0 points today, and who will get 0 points again tonight, would be out for tomorrow. Even with a win and 10 points, you probably cannot make it into the top 10 overall. So you really need to get points today. Like all those people who have 0 points, they really need to get points today. It's their last chance, basically, to do that. 2,100 meters for Arne Martin, so the ceiling is at 200, 2,300 meters, most probably with Ryan Wood. Ryan doing a very good job so far. Yeah, and Arne Martin is in a good position. Honestly, he's in a good position so far. He will have a lot of opportunities to take the lead later on, but you need to be with the best ones. You need to be with the best one. I'm going to share the link to the media guide. Now that I see it as well for you. And this is easy to read content for you. And as well, if you're interested to work in on the Sailplane Grand Prix worldwide, to join us for one of the events or all the events, you can as well send your details via many forms that are available on the sgp.aero website, and then we'll see what we can do together to make it work. Go Ryan, I'm betting on you tonight. Ryan is definitely leading with Jeroen. So actually Jeroen took a big option on the first leg, but they end up at more or less the same position now. Jeroen's got 11 points with a win on race 1. Ryan Wood from Canada. It was freezing in Canada a few days ago. He told us, really freezing, like minus 25. Not surprising. Degrees Celsius, obviously, not Fahrenheit. In the background, you can see the finish notch, but we are not going there yet. We need to go to turn point 2 to Tolmin Church, turn point 2. Very important. And they are taking very good energy lines following the cumulus clouds, staying on the north side of those mountains. And let's see if the group will split. So far, they don't split. They stay together. They follow the same lines. Interesting. They are really attracted by the clouds here. Is it worth it? I don't know. We will see. Let's have a look maybe at the 2D view in a few moments to have a look at the hills and mountains that will affect the track of the pilots going towards turn point 2, and what will be the options for them. You can see all of the mountains here. They are in Austria now. They crossed the border in purple. Let's zoom in a bit. Can you change the map or not by any chance, Jean-David, please? To have something maybe more. No, I think, yeah, indeed, it was the best one. So the wind is blowing from the northwest, so it's well aligned for them and with the track. So it's crosswind from the right, and those are really good mountains. They know them very well, and maybe they might be willing to go to the other mountains west of Bled before going south to the turn point. That would be surprising, but maybe they will be interested to do that. But I think they will go straight on the track. But let's see. That might be an option for them. It might be interesting to see 2 different groups doing different things. So we will see. We'll see. That it's interesting at least to have this view, because we understand where are the flatlands or the valleys and where are the mountains, and clearly the mountains are on the on this area, and then going to between turn point 2 and turn point 3. And where will they want to cross the valley? It's going to be an interesting question. So far, they're staying on the north. Okay, so really staying in Austria on the north side of those this mountainous area. And maybe they will only want to cross afterwards. I'm really surprised to see this. I see Ukyo and Santiago Lopez falling behind, but going on the track for now, staying and going on the track. So that's really interesting to follow. Very interesting. Let's get back to the race. Yeah, we had a much better view indeed in 2D to really seize the moment and seize the options and what were the possibilities for the pilots. Witold Rozak is with us. Almost 2,000 meters. Starting to do some dolphin flight. We are not there yet, but starting to do it. Wind is still blowing from the right, but the cumulus clouds are more to the left. And indeed, then Davis Chapins is staying on top because they are going to have some downdraft on the other side. And I like what Davis is doing here. He's really staying on the good side of the ridge. So the wind is blowing from the right of Davis. So they will have some downdraft on the other side, but still they have some cumulus clouds on the soft side of the hill here. So it's very interesting. And we see a very nice mountain, a very nice ridge to the left. So let's see if they break away from this track and go to the left to the next mountain, or if they will keep this track. It will be interesting. We can see them taking options, trying out some stuff. Yeah, and Dafiaraki is still there. The Moroccan pilot is still with this good group. So team, I see a question coming up. If you have it, Jean-David, what's the weather in weather zone 1? So weather zone 1 is the weather west of Lesbled in the high mountains area. And it's blue sky, blue thermals, no cumulus clouds at all. But the weather is quite good, moderate strength, and the thermal height is up to 2,200 meters above ground level, so going to be 2,600 meters at least. So much better than here, but no cumulus clouds. But the thermals are much better. You will see. And the wind is blowing northwest for 23 kilometers per hour, so as well more wind. So it will be much more powerful thermals. Sunside works sometimes, even at the lee side in Condor Tree. Yeah, exactly, Tim. That's why Jeroen Jannen stayed on the lee side with most of the group, and they are breaking away from this track, going towards this very nice ridge where the wind is blowing. Good luck for all. Good luck to all. Go Polish team from Danone. Thank you for them. And they are going to fly fast indeed under this under those clouds. You can see the clouds, you can see the ridge here, bottom left of your screen. Very well aligned, and we see Ukyo behind. And I don't see Sierra Lima anymore. He was with Ukyo. I think he left. Can we have the average speed on the screen, please? Oh, yes, he's behind. Thank you very much, Jean-David. He stopped 2,100 meters for both pilots here. Okay, interesting. They will be able to continue and to race. So can we have the average speed quickly, please. 106 kilometers per hour for Maciej Slack and Davis Chapins. And then, so between 102 kilometers and 106 kilometers per hour for the main group. And then 83 to 88 kilometers per hour for Santiago and Ukyo. We are 50 minutes in the race. 90 kilometers flown. It's slow, let's say, compared to what we are used to in virtual Sailplane Grand Prix, but the speed is going to be much higher. The average speed is going to be much higher soon. We are going to increase the speed with those nice reach. Jan Staff right here. And we're going to Tolmin, and you can see the cumulus clouds. A very nice street, and it's interesting. So the wind is blowing from the right, but the cumulus clouds are more to the lee side, indeed, as Tim was saying, and it's working quite well to be just under the clouds, just in the middle for now, because the sun is coming from the southwest. So it's almost a convergence now. Interesting. Sean Churchill, 2,100 meters. You see they fly fast, but not that fast. Only 200 kilometers per hour. It's really not fast for those gliders. They can fly much faster than that. Let's have a look at the dolphin flight from dolphin flying from Sean and from Jeroen, from those pilots. You can see when they push and pull. Right here, and in the media guide, in the terminology, you can have the definition of that. For the dolphin flight, we say that it's a flight technique where the pilot pulls up to slow down in lift, so to gain height, and pushes the nose down to speed up in sink to minimize the time spent in bad air. And it mimics the motion of a dolphin. That's what we call dolphin flight. Push and pulls, but the thermals are still weak today, so you don't see very big push and pulls so far. Nico Bianchi, the second place overall for him so far, so a very good position on the ranking. 2,200 meters altitude and speed 220 kilometers per hour, because they are quite high now, very close to the ceiling. And the most interesting part is going to be soon. We will see which options they are going to take afterwards. So here we are. So they indeed went to the south, as we've seen previously, following the very nice reach, and they will end up just above Bled and Les Bled. And then we'll see if they cross straight towards turn point 1, which I think they will do, because the wind blowing from the north is okay. They will be able to get west of Cranch and to Altaver, here north of Altaver, on the mountain that they went. Well, they passed through this mountain already on race 1 or 2, because we had to start near Lesblet, going towards this area of the turn point, so they know how to fly there. And those mountains are nice, so honestly it would be surprising for me to see them making a big detour, like staying to the north and then going south from the high mountain. But I mean, why not? Why not? If you think you can reach turn point 1 quicker or higher than the others, then you can try it out. Dafiaraki stayed on the other side of the mountain and on the track. We are with Norbert Kiss live from the cockpit. And we are back in 3D view and a split. We see a split already. with Jeroen Jenen, Frank Schwetzweger, Oscar Niner, Witold Rozak, Nico Bianchi, Sean Churchill. So they are going to the left with Norbert Kiss straight towards turn point 2. They will try to go straight towards turn point 2 from here. And let's see Maciej and David Redman, what they will do. They might split or they might go to the left. Let's see. Maciej is turning to the left. And David. Let's see for David Redman, what is going to be the option for him. Yeah, Maciej definitely left to join the same cameras than Jeroen, so they will merge again. The group will join again. Do you have questions, everyone? Ask your questions. Let's make a poll on Twitch. You can vote for 2 minutes. Who will reach turn point 2 first? Who will reach turn point 2 first? So Maciej, Victor Lima Zulu, Jeroen in JJJ, Oscar Niner, Frank Schwetzweger, 330 Nico Bianchi, or Mike Alfarn and Martin Guttler. Place your bet. It's time to bet now on Twitch. You can do it for our website as well, virtualgliding.fai.org/live, and you will end up on the Twitch live streaming with the chat and everything. The quality is much better on Twitch. Ryan Wood, Hotel Golf 1 is in a good position too. And we are overflying Les Bled Airfield. Les Bled Airfield is just right here. You can see the nice runway, so paved runway and the grass runway as well. Just in between the runway and the taxiway is the grass runway and the Aero Club of Les Bled. Bled is the village just next to the lake, on the right side of Ryan, small lake here. And there's a nice church right in the middle of the lake, if you know the area. And let's go to Tolmin Church. They are high enough, leaving 2,100 meters. They must be careful here. We had occurrence already of a mid-air collision because of those type of clouds flying too close to the ceiling and doing too much push and pulls with the dolphin flight. So they really need to be careful. And it's a long glide, very long glide now to go towards the turn point 2. We're entering the blue sky condition. Blue conditions here. And you can see some waves, still some lenticular clouds. I'm gonna give you the wind for waves. 55 kilometers per hour in the upper level wind. The air mass stability is 10 out of 10, and the moisture is 20%. That's the setting that we have in this blue area, and that's why you can see lenticular clouds. And you can still see, it's supposedly only cumulus, but I think you may see a few clouds in the mountain area. We will see later on when they are going to Austria between turn point 2 and turn point 3. We will see. It's supposed to be a blue sky. They are going straight toward the turn point, and they will use a small ridge. Arthur Duke is climbing. Yes, he's afraid of going straight. And you can see the lenticular clouds here, and they might affect the pilots afterwards. So lenticular on the left, you can see the cumulus clouds just right here. You see they are all shaped like this, and the lenticulars are to the left of your screen, like haricots, like this, much more straight and not rounded. Race with waves, brother, that is crazy. What's the ceiling? Well, the ceiling is quite high. The ceiling is quite high. It's most probably around 5,000, 6,000 meters, but we don't think that they are going to stop in the waves. So we will see, because they need to fly fast and they will not have time. Most probably the wave is not good enough. So we will see. We'll see what they do. But yeah, we are in a world final. We will crown a world champion, so they need to be tested with different conditions. Maybe the way to win today will be to take the wave, but we will see. I mean, the thermals are going to be much better in the mountain area, so we don't expect them to stop. If it was weak or very weak thermals in the mountains, then probably they would stop and try to get a good lift in the wave. But I don't think that will happen. We will see. Options are open. The pilots can do anything they want. Obviously, you are attracted by the others, and by the choices made by the others. You want to stick with the others to be able to then win with a better finish glide than the others, but it's not easy. So the poll ended for who will reach turn point 2 first, and it's a match, let's say, between Masiec and Jeroen Jennen, both with 50%. So Masiec or Jeroen Jennen should reach turn point 2 in first place. Do we have some news from Arne Martin Gülter? Is he still with us, with this group? Yes, he's still there, Arne Martin, but you can see almost 9 pilots in front of him, just like the previous race. Not easy. We told it was the same. He was falling a little bit behind on the last race, and then he made a very good move in the blue on the finish glide, and he managed to win the race. So you need to keep your options open, stay in the lead with the group, and then just try to take the best option at the end of the race. SGP is not easy, very tiring for both the pilots and commentators and the technical team in the background. I'm really looking forward to have the results for tonight, because we will already know what is possible for tomorrow, and we can already know more or less who is guaranteed to fly on Sunday for the watch shot final race. So it's going to be very, very exciting to have the results tonight and tomorrow morning. It's going to be quite cool. To the view at the back of the field, Uniform Tongo and Santiago Lopez, but they fly high. They are the highest pilots now, 2,200 meters and 2,000 meters. Then Arthur Duke has left and is joining the big crowd, and everyone is in the same group right now, with Maciej Cieslak joining the very good reach there, 1,600 meters. Yeah, they will all reach it at 1,600 meters. Maciej has a good lead, honestly. Jeroen Jennen 1,674, but by the time he goes there and he reaches it, it's going to be about the same. So slightly above the ridge, but you can see the top of the ridge is 1,800 meters on the left, 1,900 meters even. So they will need to climb or use more energy. The wind is good, blowing perpendicular to that ridge with 26 kilometers per hour, so that's not that bad. And they are reaching again a small, nice area with some cumulus cloud, but back with some weak thermals. You cannot get everything. Live with Norbert Kiss following the main group right here in 10th place or so. Norbert, watching to the left and right, who is there, keeping the situational awareness I should be on the right so that you can see it more for you. And who is on this right? I didn't see it. Oh, Vitol Rozak, I think. Oh, that's very close. That was super close. Super close. And they're aiming for that nice cumulus cloud, and Davis Chapin is stopping. You can see him turning left. Jeroen Yenen as well, David Redman. Yuki Kazama is coming up. Vitol Rozak. Well, they must be careful. Arne Martin Guttler. Arne Martin, will he stop or continue? He's stopping. It's difficult. It doesn't have a lot of visibility, Norbert. Oh, yeah. Oh, la, la. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I was afraid. I was I was petrified, yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was close. It was very close. Very, very close. Sorry for that. Let's get back to the 3D view here. No damage. No damage. It's good. They are safe. That was way too close. I agree. Way too close. Way too close. Yeah, it was not a very good entry from Norbert. Yeah, we could see it. He had the gliders on his right. He was turning left, and then he got stuck with Arne Martin. So he went to the right again, and then he realized, oh, there is someone else on my right. Yeah, there was someone a few seconds before, so he's still there. And they got a good climb. Honestly, it was a good climb for them. And now they are living onto that ridge, very good ridge, and they will continue to push now towards turn point 2. Being used to general aviation was way too close for comfort. Yeah, I agree, Lorak. Way too close, way too close for comfort, indeed. Even when you do a competition flying, you know that you are flying very close to other pilots, but still, it was quite close. Yeah. Yeah. Husky, I had a heart attack in that thermal. Yeah, same for me. You could see it. I was really petrified. Richard Foley, Fox Uniform 2, 125 kilometers per hour, obviously pulling up and then putting a nose down. Are there ways to avoid close call like that? How do they do it in real life? Well, yes. I think if you replay what just happened during this event, you could see before that Norbert had 1 or 2 pilots on his right, slightly below, and then he turned left in the thermal to enter it. And then he realized that there was someone in front of him, so Arne Martin. So he turned right to avoid him, but the guys who were on the right before were still there. So they were coming in from the right. So what you need to do is to keep so you have a glider here, and you stay behind, and you reach, you stay behind and to the right, so on top and on the right, to then go to the left to turn, and you keep him in sight right here. But if you go on top and then you turn left, you don't see him. So when you come back to the right, then you end up in a collision. So if you have someone slightly below you on your right, you need to just stay above and to the right and not go to the left, because otherwise you will lose sight and you will not see it. So you need to stay on the right and to fly with him. So that's why when you fly with other pilots in a thermal, first it's dangerous, and then you need to have your a very good situational awareness, because this can happen very quickly. So you really need to respect the rule to see the others. Okay, they need to see you, but you still need to see them, And if you don't manage that, it's not good. You end up having troubles like this. Jeroen Jenen taking the lead, no problem with Masiec, and they fly under that cloud street. They go straight to the turn point, and they will turn later on. They will try to minimize the sink. Ryan Wood is doing a very good flight. Honestly, he's in a very good position. He would deserves to have points. Honestly, definitely deserves to have points. Great planning of the task. The arrival altitude to that ridge was perfect for all competitors. Yeah. So thank you to Mark Till, that you may know. He's doing an amazing job to build the task, and he's testing the task as well. So he's flying alone. He's flown all the tasks alone to and at the right time. So waiting 30 minutes on the start line every time to then see if there would be a cumulus somewhere or not, if something would appear, and what would be the average speed more or less for the race. So we know what can happen. Sometimes we might be surprised by some options that we didn't see coming. But usually, yeah, the tasks that we do, they are tested and they are made by very talented and very professionals task setters that know a lot about Condor and about task setting. So thank you to Mark again. And he's got a website. Mark is one of the biggest member of the community and creating a lot of tools for Condor to adapt. Well, he created some small programs, or he creates programs to adapt, for example, some IGC or flight plans or whatever, Kotako, Cocomap, stuff like this. So very interesting. I'm going to try to find the link again and to throw it in the description in the chat. Let's focus quickly on the turn point now. We are reaching turn point 2 at 2,200 meters approximately for Jeroen Jenen. So Tolmin, the church of Tolmin, is the turn point 2. And then we'll go to turn point 3. Turn point 3 is the reporting point. Sorry, it's Notch in Austria. 44 kilometers to go to the whoa, sorry, 44 kilometers to go to the reporting point and 7 kilometers to go to the finish line. So it's going to be roughly 50 kilometers, 51 kilometers to go to Notch after turning this turn point 2, and the speed will increase drastically. Let's get back inside the race. The winner of race 1, Jeroen Jenen, is back with us, and he's leading race 4 at turn point 2. Congratulations, Jeroen. Turning right and 51 kilometers to go towards the finish line. He's followed by Maciej Cieslak, Victor Lima Zulu in the GS3. Second place for Maciej so far. Frank Schwetzfeger third. David Redman fourth place. Ryan Wood fifth. Sean Churchill sixth place. And then we have Yuki Kazama, Davis Chapins, Norbert Kiss, and Nico Bianchi completing the top 10. So Arne Martin Guttler is behind. Should be 11 for 12. Arne Martin, maybe higher, we will see. And that's the cockpit view from Norbert Kiss, a replay from a few seconds ago. And turning to the right. Let's go. Let's go. You can see the blue area, almost no thermals, but still some pop-ups, some light clouds. You can see them appear, and the ceiling is quite high. And then it's going to be interesting because the wave is going to break the atmosphere. Yeah, it's going to be a mess maybe for the pilots. They will want to follow a ridge and it will not work, or it will work much better than usually. So it's going to be time for them to bet. The average speed is 125 kilometers per hour for Jeroen Jennen. So more than 120 kph for the top 14. And then we have Kuba and Arthur Duke slightly behind. Dafir Araki, Santiago Lopez, and Uniform Tango above 100 kilometers per hour. So here we are. Arne Martin is on 13th place so far. Yuki Kazama, Davis Japins. You can see the lenticular clouds, very different to the cumulus clouds. Yeah, we can see the Kota Satul in Norbert cockpit. Exactly. I'm gonna try if you can find the website from Mark, but I think go Condor utilities. If you fly Condor, you can find very good stuff on this website. It can help you to convert flight plans, convert coordinates, to manage top planes in Condor if you don't want some of the top planes, and so on and so on. You can check check sceneries, landscapes. You can check a lot of things with these tools. So thanks to Mark again. Ryan Wood, 2,000 meters. Interesting. They are not that high, and Frank Schwetzfeger is stopping. He's stopping, so there is something here. So now they are in blue sky, almost blue sky. It will be interesting to see where will the pilot stop. The next thermals are going to be very, very, very important for the top 10 and for the win. You need to stop at the right time, at the right moment now. You really need to stop at the right moment to take the good thermal, otherwise you will lose the day. I see Arne Martin Guttler with Sean Churchill. Arne Martin is slightly below the ridge, so it's not easy. Jeroen Jennen is moving towards the next turn point, but 1,100 meters is not easy. You can see we'll have to jump over the hill, over the mountain here. Yeah. Wow, not easy. So I get for the other ones behind, it's not going to be easy as well. Masic is good, quite good. Yeah, Benedict Oscar Niner will make it. Yeah, he is in a good position. Frank Schwetzfeger in a very good position. I agree. David Redman has been able to jump. Wow, at low speed, 100 kilometers per hour. Oh, it was tight for David. He made it. For Yuki Kazama, it's good enough. It's not easy tonight. It's not easy. Davis Chapins as well. No, I think stopping is a good idea. Vitol Rozak at 184. They were too low, so they went here, and you can see some cumulus clouds on top of them. Very light cumulus, very light clouds. Those are not the lenticulars, they are really thermals. So maybe Vitol will be able to stop in a few seconds to take something. With the wind coming from the northwest, 26 kilometers per hour. So the wind is kind of aligned with the ridge that we have. So if he finds something, it will be around here, Vitol, just right now. So we will see if he's got something or not. So far, nothing from him. And for Jan Staff in November, so far nothing as well. So that's interesting. They are really pushing the edge tonight. Yeah, I agree. It's the race 4. They only have today and tomorrow to qualify for race 6. So it's definitely not easy. Not easy, and it's a lot of pressure on their shoulders. And the inside view from Norbert Kiss. China number 1,750 meters, 200 kilometers per hour, flying fast. And you see the variometer just next to me. You have the altimeter, and the variometer is here. And you see -4, -5. And he will try to get something. Now the wind is blowing from the turn point tree, actually. It's a real headwind that they have now. When you can see indeed cumulus clouds, they are quite high. They're quite high, and it's difficult to reach them. So the earlier, the better. If you can climb high, it's a very good option. If you find something great, you need to stop and to climb. Definitely, I think it's a good area to stop now, because with the wave system in the area, you never know what you will find afterwards. It's much lower than Davis Chapin's here, almost 200 meters below. And they are following a ridge, and on that ridge you can see some cumulus, and you can see some lenticular clouds. So the wind is blowing from the left here, and the lenticular are aligned here. Oh, good. 3 meters per second, 3, 4. So there is an active wave right here that is in phase with the ridge, which is not always the case. Interesting, very interesting. I think the race will unfold with the first or second thermal. Jeroen Jenen. It's going to be the fuel station for them. Yuki Kazama keeps pushing, and I'm gonna do a fuel stop too. And they're climbing to the left, turning left in the thermal. They don't agree about the core of the thermal. They don't know where the core of the thermal is. Maciej and Jeroen have left. They are trying to escape this area. It seems to be unclear. It's unclear where the core here. I think might be a kind of just a wave system here, and not something very strong with a core. So that's why they are kind of all flying around, climbing, but without any core, any significant area where they climb. And the first to find a thermal now will have indeed a huge advantage on the other pilots for the rest of the task. And then you have two options. Either you attack, just like Jeroen and Maciej are doing now, and you take the lead to try to be the first one to find the good thermal. But if the others behind are taking one and you don't find anything, then it's going to be difficult for you. They will pass over your heads, and you will lose the day. So it's a big risk. Or you fly slightly behind and you try to be lucky, because if you take the same track as the ones in front of you, you shouldn't have something different, but sometimes you can be lucky and find something that the others didn't have a minute ago. It's very intense now, very, very intense. David Redman. I'm so much looking forward to the finish and to see what's gonna happen in the next few minutes now. You see, they are not very far. They are not very far from Notch, not far at all. I think 20 to 25 kilometers to go. They just need to jump across those mountains. So indeed, if you have a very good thermal and you can fly straight without having to jump, then it's better, but it's not easy. Minimum altitude will be 580 meters at notch. Oh, Jeroen is flying so fast. He's flying so fast. He's escaping so fast. You can see speed at bottom left of the screen. And can we have a look at what's ahead? What does it have in front of him? Oh yeah, he will be able to go very quickly to the report point. Very interesting. So they have been able to pass it without climbing that much, without taking a big risk. I think it was best decision to actually push forward like GJJ. Yeah, it seems to be the best decision. I'm gonna have to write down a few numbers to make some scores. Can we have a look maybe from Norbert Kiss from inside the cockpit with Norbert to see what it's like to be inside? They are flying fast towards the turn point, and yeah, you can see Norbert flying very fast, and he knows he's in a very good position, Norbert, again today, in the top 4 or top 5. Very solid. David Redman, Davis Chapin's on the right, sorry. Oh, they are flying very fast. He fly a total different style, Jeroen, indeed. And you can see the turn point right here. And the wind is coming from the northwest, so they will get some downdraft going towards the finish line. This ridge is not well alimented by the wind. It's not great for the finish. It's not great at all. It might be it for Arne Martin Guttler. He might not make it in the final on Sunday. Jeroen Jeden approaching the reporting point at notch at 286 kilometers per hour. And he's followed by Maciej Cieslak from Poland. The Belgian pilot is followed very closely and pushing. Frank Schwetzweger is behind. I see David Redman, Churchill, Arne Martin Guttler, Frank Schwetzweger. It's going to be tight between the pilots. Or David Redman might take a third place today again, but they are flying at the VNE already. All of them flying very fast. And Davis has had to pull up a bit. So Oscar Niner, Davis Chapins. My God. My God, that's fast. Well done, Jeroen. Approaching notch. Go, go, go. Very intense. And race 1 winner, Jeroen Jeden from Belgium, is the race 4 winner as well. And he's got 21 points overall now. Well done. Congratulations, Jeroen. Well done to you. Great race. Race winner for the second time, followed by Maciej Cieslak from Poland, second. Victor Limazulu with 8 points. It's going to be tight with Oscar Niner. It's going to be tight for Arne Martin Göttler as well. Oscar Niner should be on the 3rd place. And then let's have a closer look for David Chapins and Redman. Chapins and Redman, please. DC1 and then red. Then we have Norbert Kiss on 6th place. Sean Churchill. Sean Churchill, Witold Rozak and Ryan Wood. Let's have a close-up. Close-up. Let's have a close-up, please. In between the pilots. Very close, very close. Oh, Witold in front of Hotel Golf 1. November 330. And Michael Farney, Martin Göttler with 0 points. Arne Martin, the world champion, reigning world champion with 0. Unfortunately for him tonight, he's out of the points again. On 12th place, from what I see. Yeah, exactly. Then we have Richard Froly coming in. Some very good points for the pilots. Let's have a look behind. Richard Froly has been able to cross the finish line. Post-race interview winner on our top. Just like some other sport. Yeah, we do that usually, a team. We did that for the second Virtual Sailplane Grand Prix. Let's go Proficient Jeroen. I will try to do that again for the final on Sunday. But it needs to be prepared with the pilots, and it needs a lot of preparation for the pilots. And I think they are already very busy. The landing of the winner, Jeroen Jenen. Great race, guys. Wow. I agree. It was awesome to follow for us. Great race. Congrats, Plinio. Thank you. I'm doing quickly the overall. CG, Jeroen, Morgedan. I'm doing the overall results quickly for you. You have the results, very skilled pilots, unique race, hard fights. Congrats, Maciej, good 8 points indeed for Maciej. Cieslak, you see the ranking for today, classification, Jeroen Jenen first, second Maciej Cieslak, third Frank Schwetzweger, David Chapins, David Redman, Norbert Kiss, Sean Churchill, Witold Rozak. Well done, Norbert, good landing. Ryan Wood and Janesh Staff in the top 10. We still have 5 pilots racing. Yuki Kazama stopped or has been disconnected. Same for Yukio Kazama. And for the overall results, so preliminary overall ranking, we have Witold Rozak first place with 25 points, followed by Frank Schwetzweger, Oscar Niner, 22 points. Then Nico Bianchi in 330 with 21 points on the podium. 4th place, I have Jeroen Jenen as well with 21 points, so still on the podium, third, sorry. Then we go to 5th place with 18 points. I have Davis Chapins TC1. And then we have a tie with 15 points between Sean Churchill and David Redman. Then we go to 14 points with Norbert Kies. And then we go down to 12 for Maciej Cieslak. So Maciej has taken a good option for the top 10 tomorrow, but he will need to score more points. And then we have 10 points for Yuki Kazama. That's it for the top 10 or 11. So we can already say that the pilot who got 0 points. So Ryan Wood in Hotel Golf 1 has been the only one to get points today in the 0-point club. So we can say that Doug in Kilo 12, Kuba in Kilo Juliet, Mike Alfa, Arne Martin Göttler. So the reigning world champions Charlie Malima, Santiago Lopez, and Ukyo Tsutsumi will most probably not be able to fly on Sunday and will not make it to the world final, unfortunately for them. So we will probably have a new world champion on Sunday. And we are seeing Arthur Duke from Poland completing the task. Well done, Arthur. It wasn't easy. And doing some acrobatics stuff. Cuba, his compatriots, his friends coming in to complete the task as well, above the minimum altitude. Well done, Cuba. Yuki Kazama saying on Twitch, congrats, congrats, we had good 8 points. We've seen that, and then probably in 10th or 11th place tomorrow is my ordeal. I made a very poor judgment by NGS. Yeah. I don't know, Yuki. I didn't. I don't know where you fell off the main group actually, because you were with the main group for quite a long time, and you took an option maybe somewhere that was not worth it. But yeah, as you can see, just like the previous race, it was very tight for the top 10. A crazy finish, crazy race. So yeah, thanks again to Mark for the very nice task setting. And yeah, all the tasks are tested, and it takes quite a lot of time. They are modified when they are tested as well. It's not like just one test. No. Mark is testing the races, and when it's not correct, he needs to change the flight plan and to test it again. So it really takes a lot of time. So once again, thanks a lot to him for doing that. And we have amazing races and on live. I think Cuba is the last one to land. I think I've seen Santiago Lopez disconnected. Is that correct? Okay. Yeah, so still 30 to 40 kilometers to fly for Santiago Lopez, sorry, and Dafir Araki. So we expect them to complete the task tonight. And don't forget to send your flight track to condor.club, our scoring partner. Let's get back to the studio for tonight. We've had a race in Slovenia and Austria. Tomorrow is the last race of this mini championship, and then we'll have a one-shot final race on Sunday, which is going to be very intense. So please join us tomorrow at 19 UTC for race 5, and tomorrow we will know who is going to be qualified to the one-shot final on Sunday. It's going to be amazing tomorrow. Maybe I can give you a small hint for what's going to happen tomorrow. We raced 201 kilometers today, and for tomorrow race 5, it's going to be 212 kilometers, and they are going to fly again in between Slovenia and Austria. There will be some airspace again and some weather zones. A lot of weather zones, a lot of rhythm, a lot of change of rhythm as well. So it will be very important tomorrow to anticipate, to understand the flight plan, the weather of the day for the pilots, and it will be the last chance to qualify to the one-shot world final on Sunday. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight. We had a great 2 hours together. We can still see some pilots landing behind us, Witold Rozak and Victor Romeo Whiskey. Well done, Witold. That's a nice break of gliders. Well, thank you everyone for joining us tonight, and we see you tomorrow at the same time. Have a great evening, and thank you. Bye-bye.